going to look at the perimeter of trapezoids and triangles. And instead of measuring, we're going to use something called Pythagorean's theorem, which is a formula. We probably haven't learned many formulas up to this point. This is fine. It's kind of like, area. There's a formula for area. This is similar to it. So what Pythagorean's theorem is a relationship between they call these the legs of the triangle, and the longest side is known as the hypotenuse. Okay? So this is a right angle triangle. Have you guys done angles yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the right angle. The hypotenuse is always opposite of the right angle. Okay, they call that side C. The legs, A and B, are interchangeable. You can call whatever you want A and whatever you want B, but the hypotenuse has to be called C in this formula. Okay, and the relationship is, it says that if you square A, okay, and you add it to the squared of B, it would be equal to the hypotenuse, or the C squared. Okay, so what we're going to do is what they've given us for measurements. Again, I don't have a ruler. I can't measure this because I need to find the perimeter. I know that this part is 5 and this part is 3, and I know that this height here is 2. Okay, I want you to see that I can actually build a little triangle here. And with Pythagorean's theorem, if we know this side length and this side length, we can find this side length. Okay, so I'm going to redraw that triangle. Okay, now we've got to use some mental math. If this is 3 and this is 5, how much longer is side 5 than side 3?
2.
2. Okay, 2. And that 2 is kind of represented between here and here, right? If they're even, how long is each of these distances?
1.
That's right. You divide that number by 2, and 2 divided by 2 gives you a value of 1. So that's excellent information. We know that this side length is 1 and this side length is 1. So I've redrawn the triangle. This side length is 1, and this is for a right angle or 90-degree triangle. This leg is 2. I need to find this hypotenuse. Okay? So hypotenuse, what do we label it? What letter?
C.
C. And what about the other one? 2 could be what letter?
B.
Yep, sure, could be B. And which makes 1?
A.
A. Okay, so let's set up our formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, let's substitute in. What's our A value?
Our A value is 1.
Yeah, so 1 squared. Plus, what's our B value?
2 squared.
2 squared. And our C value is, no. Okay, what's 1 squared?
1 squared.
1 times 1?
Oh, 2.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, 1.
that's okay. 2 times 2?
4.
There we go. So this one is a little harder. Okay, 1 4 is going to be 5. And remember we said in order to use the opposite operation of the power of 2, we use what's called the square root. This one's one we're not going to know in our head. It's going to be a decimal. Okay, so we're going to do the square root of the number 5. And it's a really long decimal. We're going to round it to one place, so the tenths column. So it's going to be 2.2. It would round down because the 100th column is a 3. Okay, so C is, and they usually use this in math, they do something like this. It's called approximately equal to 2.2. But we'll just round it to 2.2. So when we go back to our trapezoid, this side length is 2.2. And because the triangle is identical on the other side, this side length is 2.2. Now, how do we find the perimeter of this shape? What sides do we use? For instance, how long is this side?
5 centimeters.
Okay, so 5 plus, how long is the top side?
3.
3, good. And then how about this side here?
2.2.
And the opposite side?
2.2.
Very good. So now we got to add them all together. 5 plus 3?
8.
Okay. Here's a tough question. Can you do 8 plus 2.2? Do you know what that would be?
2, 3.
It's going to be
3. Wait.
2 and 8 is 10.
Oh, sorry. 10.2.
Good. Plus another 2.2. Another tough one because there's decimals in our head. Just think of the, what would the decimals add up to? What's 2 plus 2?
4.
Okay, so that value is 4. What's 10 plus 2?
12.
12.4 centimeters is that. It's a really long one we did there. We did two pieces of information.